You were talking 70 kg incline presses. Like, obviously that's very nice for the ego. And you think, wow, I'm very strong. Like I could do this until something goes snap, right? Speak to that, because how often are bodybuilders getting injured, not just from an intensity thing, but just an execution thing? Like that's probably one of the biggest reasons why people get injured, right?
There's a couple of different mindsets, isn't there? One, you've got an egotistical mindset. Some people just want to go and lift regardless of what's going on. And then you've just got the young guys coming into the sport, and they're not egotistical. They just want to lift that heavy weight. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I think in hindsight, when you've got a few years under the belt and something has snapped off, I don't know, it's you have a little bit more caution. You approach things more cautiously. So I may do a bit more warm up. You know, there's a lot more mobility exercises I do around things now, which I wouldn't have done. You know, half the time I wouldn't have hardly warmed up. Warming up was getting changed in the changing room. That was my warm up.
Because I'm sure tempo, like how's your tempo now compared to when you first started? Is that something that you keep an eye on as well, as far as slowing down eccentrics a little bit more with control?
I think that's something I've always done. I've never rushed or bounced it. That's something that, I've always had a good cadence.
It was more the ambition to just lift a ton of load, maybe more load than your body could tolerate at that time.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah.
You just have an attitude that you're a Superman. You can't break. Nothing can touch you until it happens. You know,
right?
Which is great. And it's, you know, looking back, you think, oh God, stupid.
Yeah, right.
But I could not change the person I was younger and advise him to lift less, because he was a different breed to what I am now. Very gung-ho, very not egotistical, but he was just driven. You know, that's a brilliant word, the driven nature of the individual, that nothing would stop them. And you see him occasionally, and you see these individuals, and nothing's going to get in their way. So, you know, my whole world revolved around it.
Deloads, like, is that something you implement?
Deload for what?
Like a deload week, like a traditional week where you go into the gym and you kind of just go through the motions, you decrease your weight, you decrease your maybe effort to allow for recovery, because that's a very popular thing, at least in yeah.